Here we are live. We are live and actually here on demand. On demand on a Thursday, late afternoon, early evening. We have a hobby box break. And this break is very special. Say that every time, Bart, but they're special every time. So this break is for my friends. Big Al from New York. Live from New York, we have Big Al, and he is back in the hobby after a long hiatus, which is that's the same story I have as well, and a lot of us. So we can all appreciate Big Al from New York. I know I do, and he has 3 spots in today's random team hobby box break. We also have Jeremy from Texas. Jeremy spoken. Class today. Bart, that sounded just like Eddie Vedder. It really did. Let's check out Jeremy's new eBay. He's got some cards for sale on there trying to offset this new hobby. I know how that goes. So that is loan_palm_cards on the eBay. And Jeremy has 4 spots today. So very nice. And then we have returning again, my friend Matt and his support system, Stacy from Michigan. So he is here, and it's Detroit Tigers all the way for him. And what did Matt, didn't he hit a Kirilloff yesterday? Let's see, Matt hit, yeah, he hit an Alex Kirilloff. I have a stack of cards for Matt, so I'm mailing all yours out, Matt, after this break, FYI. Because between you and James, you're taking up half of my desk. So Matt has 5 spots today. And then here we go from Oklahoma. We have James and Becky. And James and Becky, guess what? They have what? Is that another misprint? Nope, it is not. 18 spots for James and Becky live from Oklahoma. And James is going to be looking for the Rangers, but Becky's like, no way, Yankees. How about them Red Sox? So that's what we have right there. That's our 4 teams, 4 groups looking for teams in this random hobby box break. Here is our hobby box, sealed for our protection from any vandalism from the mailman. We have 24 packs and 14 cards per pack, and we know inside we're going to get 1 autograph or relic card. And yesterday, Matt from Michigan, he hit that autograph, and that was an on-card blue ink Alex Kirilloff. Kelby is here. Thanks for stopping by, Kelby. Can't wait to see you in another break. So we're going to set this box aside right now, and we're going to see who's got who made who. Who's got who in this random break? And let's see. Let's get our high-tech technology in place. Right there. Kruger's Land is here. Ben from Ohio, thanks for joining us. Move that right there. Give it a little tilt. And my assistant, Ryan Seacrest, can you dim the lights? I sure can, Bart. So there we go. And we've got the names in. I have James in here 18 times. Then we have Matt 5 times. We have Jeremy 4 times. And then we have Big Al from New York 3 times. And that makes up our 30 names for the random team. We're going to randomize 4 times. And you know why? Because that's the number the GOAT, Brett Favre, wore. So here's randomize number 1. And here is number 2, number 3, and for Favre luck, number 4. Okay, there is our list. That is our random list. We'll highlight those and copy, put them over here in our pre-made list that we have. Here was the original in order list. And here is our random. We're going to start with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and here we have it. So let's go through it real quick. We have James with the Diamondbacks and Braves and Orioles. We've got Matt with the Red Sox and White Sox. Sorry about it, Becky. Just sorry. Cubs goes to Al, and James and Becky have the Reds, the Guardians, and the Rockies. Jeremy has the Tigers. We've got James and Becky with the Astros, Matt with the Royals, Al with the Angels. That's a good one, Al. We've got James with the Dodgers, Jeremy with the Marlins. We have Matt with the Brew Crew. And we have Jeremy with the Twins and Yankees, James and Becky with the Mets, Matt and Stacy with the A's, Phillies, Pirates, Padres, and Giants, and Mariners, and Cardinals, and Rays, and the Rangers. There you go. And the Jays, the Blue Jays, all go to James and Becky. And then Al hits the Nationals also. So very nice. You got two good ones there, Al. You know what? Let me make a quick note, because we have Al with the Nationals and the Angels, and I believe the other one with the Cubs, but I'll confirm that. And then Jeremy, I'm going to make my own notes because I know then James and Becky has all the rest. Jeremy has the Yankees, Twins, Matt. Jeremy has the Marlins. Don't worry, I'll be done any second now. Matt with the Royals. Jeremy Tigers. Matt would have liked those Tigers. Al Cubs. Okay. Sorry for the delay. We got it. I want to be able to peek at those as we go. Pikachu. Okay, put the technology back in place here. Let's go back to the live stream and see if we still have anybody in the house. Al is checking in, so Al is here. Hopefully he even convinced his wife to watch again. That would be exciting. So we're going to have to get my assistant Ryan Seacrest involved again. Ryan, can you raise the house lights? I sure can, Bart. So there we go there. We'll get our podiums. Let's get some podiums in place, because we're going to have some real sweethearts today. And about there. I'm going to try to get more efficient. It'll happen. It'll happen at some point. I just know it. I know that it will. So here is our hobby box, and let's find out what's inside. Let's find out. We have 24 packs, 14 cards per pack. We have a silver pack. We'll save that for last, because we'll get our mojos in there, get our 87 mojos on. Should have put those podiums up last, but I know, you live and you learn. There is our sweet silver pack. And then we have 4, 8, 16. Where'd you learn how to count, Bart? 4. Those are 6. 6, 12, 18, 24 packs. Let's get them right there. We got them on each side. We're going to get into pack number 1 right now. So if we have any drum rolls, you know what? I will go over the, if we get, we will likely have a card with representing multiple teams. And if James and Becky doesn't have that, because they have most of them, then we will do a dice roll. If it's a big hit card, I'll do the old dice roll on live and on the air. Otherwise, I'll handle that right before I mail things out to you. So let's get into pack number 1 and find us some good cards. Thank you so much for joining me today on another. And this was basically a demand, on demand. It was supposed to be Saturday at noon, but it sold out the first day. And then I was asked if I could do it early. And guess what? I'll do it. We'll do it now. We'll do it live. So there's Kyle, and there's Kyle, and there's Joey. And there's Martin Maldonado and Mr. Ryu. And we've got a rookie, the first rookie sighting, Luis Gill and Luke Weaver, Garrett Cole, Brock Holt. And then it's welcome to the show. And that's Big Albert Pujols with his Cardinals uniform on. And we got a Yankees. And we have, so here's a perfect example. So we've got 3 different teams represented. So I will do all the complicated spreadsheet configurations and scientific formulas in order to determine who gets which card. So like, I'll give you an example. So if James has 2 out of these 3, James is getting the card, FY and the I. But if it's a big hit card, then we'll have more conversations about it. So here we go, pack number 2. You're doing good, Bart. I mean, after your slow start, you're getting some action going. Not taking as long, but we'll see. I'm going to try to show you every card because that's what I like to do. I like to look at them myself. There's Nicky Lopez and Ryan Zimmerman and Corbin Burns. And let's see, drum roll please. Is he behind door number 1? He is. And that would be the Wander Franco. Wander Franco, oh my gosh, we got ourselves a Wander card in the second pack. So there's that, and that is going to James and Becky. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is. There's Mr. Perez, and there's Schwarber and Justin and Dom Nunez. And here we got a 199, so we've got a vintage stock, Cedric Mullins. Let's put it down just for a second. And oh, look at that. That's not a vintage stock, is it? That looks like a red. Yeah, that's a red rainbow. That's not a vintage stock. That's a red rainbow foil board. And that's a sweetheart. Red rainbow to 199. And that is number 124 to 199. That's a nice card right there. Yes. Grab the old Sleeverino. And that is going to go to James and Becky right there. So James and Becky with the bang, bang. 2 big shots right off the gate, right out of the second pack. So while we're putting our sleeves on, we're going to put our friend Wander. Put old Wander. I mean, as much as the hype is on old Wander, we're going to have to put him in the front row regardless. Listen to this, though, and Al is here to attest to this. Al did a personal break with a blaster and a hanger box, and he hit 3 Wanders in 1 blaster box. 3 Wanders in 1 blaster box. And if you guys have 2 seconds, I'm going to grab those and show them to you just so that you can see how amazing it was. Where are those cards at, Al? What'd you do with them? They're over there in that big pile. Yes, they are. So these are Al's cards, so don't try to put your paws on them. They're his. He hit this Wander, and this Wander all in 1 blaster box. So he's got that going for him. Let's go back to Big Al's pile. And Big Al's pile is trying to compete with James and Matt's piles. I'm telling you. Wait, I like to put the old Albert Pujols in the sleeve there for the podium because he's a future Hall of Famer, isn't he? So there is Mr. Heat, Mr. Chapman, and Christian Pache. I like to make our rookie pile big, so we put the future stars there too. And there's Curtis Terry for the rookies, and there is Tatis, Duvall, and Alonso. But we only sing the Fernando song when it's just him on the card. So that get your ears ready for that. We just invented the Fernando song in yesterday's break. People's ears are still ringing. Please, Bart, don't sing again. I'm just telling you. It's not that good, not that entertaining. You don't even have any good pitch, but Christian Yelich used to. I think he's going to get it back this year. Jackson Kowar for the Rookies. And Shane, don't call me Justin Bieber is right there. And Yermine, Mercedes. My Mercedes, boy. Starling Marte, no longer an A, as we know. And there's Mr. Chisholm. He's got a fanciest feet card that we hit in one of the breaks, Suddy Gray. And there's Tommy La Stella. And there's Kyle Tucker for the Astros in the 87. I like the 87s. So they always get to go up there on the old podium. What do you think, Becky? Boo! There's Dee. And he is gorgeous, Gregorius. Future Stars Logan Gilbert. And the Dodgers. Chris Taylor walk-off right there. Put this 87 in a sleeve for us because we got to get the 87 throwback wood panel board. I'll be talking to my wife. We'll be on the track at the YMCA, and I'm like telling her, like, yeah, I can't believe it. Well, the luck. And it's a blue ink on card auto 87 wood grain panel card. And she's like just laughing, like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it is exciting because of how excited you are telling me the story. So she humors me, and we do have a lot of support, us gents in this hobby. We have to. Buster. And there's Kimbrel. Where will he be this year? When will this lockout end? I'm ready for some baseball. We're getting close to when we should be playing. I think we're going to lose some games, but you never know. A lot of money on the line. These millionaires arguing with these billionaires. I'm kind of for the millionaires on this. I say pay the players. I say give them, the team less control of them. What do we have behind here? Oh, we have a home run challenge card, and it's the Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna Matata. And that's going to go to those Braves, and that's going to be James and Becky. So that is, scratch that off. I know you have a couple of those that you've hit so far. So that will increase your odds to going to the 2023 Home Run Derby. So that'll be fun for you and those Rockies and those D-backs doing the chicken dance. Bart, it's getting cornier and cornier. Can you just show me the cards? Yeah, I can, and I will. I promise you. But in between, this is what goes on in my head. So then I just let it out. So this next pack up, we are on a roll. It's not a bad pace, Bart. I appreciate you trying to get me out of here in an hour. I'm going to try. Didn't make it yesterday. Got a little excited at the end, so ran over. But going to try to hit the hour mark today for you. Don't know if it's possible. It is. You can do it. And look at these guys. I just love that card, don't you? Look at that. Chisholm and Lindor, very nice. Charlie Morton and Gio. And there's Stewart. And I know I've used the Joe before, but he's a Fairchild for the rookies. Eduardo Escobar, no relation to Pablo, if you're thinking that. He's not related. And here's a 6'4". We got Correa, and Altuve. That's going to be probably the last time they turn a 6'4" double play. Wouldn't you agree? Anthony Bender, because Carlos is going to be joining me over with the Cubbies. Garrett, crochet me a sweater. Stephen Brault with that. Is that like a snake tattoo? What is that? Snake skin? I don't have any nerve for a tattoo, so I'm tattoo-less. But not like Tattoo from Fantasy Island. Deep Plane! So there is Trey for the rookie and Max Fried. And we are rolling. We're rolling. We need to get some more hits. We got 2 big hits right out of the second pack, both of which went to James and Becky. So congrats on those. And Andre Jackson. No relation to Willis Jackson. Ketel Marte. James McCann, and there's Gavin Sheets. That's a good-looking rookie. I didn't show you my rookie cheat sheet, but he's on there. And Kevin Millar, and Emmanuel Rivera, Jared Walsh. I'm sorry, yeah, that's his name, Bart. You read it right. Sammy Long for the rookies, and then we have this rainbow foil. That's a Jake Rogers for the Tigers. And that would be Jeremy. So Jeremy gets that card mailed to him. I loved Pearl Jam back in the day. Man, that just, for me, they came out of nowhere, but they came at the right time. And Pearl Jam 10, in my honest and accurate opinion, is probably in my top 3 albums. Remember albums? Top 3 albums of all time. Number 1 would probably be AC/DC Back in Black, because that's hard to argue with. That thing was just hit after hit. But Pearl Jam 10, that album, whoop, telling you. Saw them live at Soldiers Field, and I was in the front row, and there was about 1 million of us, so it was about 150 degrees out, and they were like hosing us down from time to time because people were passing out. I didn't pass out because I was there to sing Jeremy Spoken, and Patrick Wisdom, he's got his gold rookie cup right there. And Eric Hosmer and Moustakis, Marco Gonzalez, Polo, Spencer Turnbull, Rudolfo Castro, another great name, Trey Mancini. We hit his auto the other day, didn't we? There's Matt Olson, Zach Short on the rookies. And there we go. There is a Hank Aaron. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Well, how's that go? Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Brandon Marsh. He's on my rookie hit list. There's a Key Brian Kobe Hayes, Charlie's son for the Future Stars, and an Ernie Clement. He's good friends with Bert. So we've got Hank Aaron up here to the welcome to the show, and we're going to get into our next pack. Let's we'll build that pile up a little more before we slide it over. And here is Randy Arozarena. That's how I pronounce it. I like saying it that way, just like I like to say Wander Franco, because I think that's how it's pronounced. Call them what you want. You can call it a tomato or a tomato. Either way, it's still red. Eats the same. Matt Verling. Oh, I lucked out today. I was over at the Meijer grocery store. Me and Sparkle Barbie were getting groceries. I'm like, I gotta swing over by the cards. And the lady from, what's the name of that company that stocks all the cards for all the companies? I think it starts with an M. There's a Shohei. Never have too many. Oh, look at this. We've got the relic right here. It's going to be Major League material, Gleyber Torres, and that's the game used memorabilia. So we've got the relic in the box here, and that's going to go to Jeremy. Very nice. I do have I finally got some thick sleeves, so I'm going to set that here for now. So, because I still have to open up the thick sleeves that I bought at the Walmart today. So I'll get that in that sleeve for you, Jeremy. Nice little hit there. You know what? Let's look at the back real quick here. Congratulations. You just received a Major League material card from 2022 Topps Baseball Series 1, and that's a Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. That's a nice looking card. It really is. But I was over at the Meijer, me and Lady Spins a Lot, and saw the lady stocking the shelves with the baseball cards, and the rule over at the Meijer is you can't touch anything until she's done, and then she takes an inventory picture because of all the mania that's gone on with trading cards over the last year and a half. So she was still there when we were done. So as a true fan of baseball cards, I drove home, unpacked the groceries, and then immediately drove back. And they didn't have any blasters though, and I noticed that as she was stocking them, that there were no blasters. I love the blasters, but I did pick up a handful. I got a handful of the hanger boxes. Got 2 blasters of archives because I got all excited. I was opening up some archives for Jake and Everett from Minnesota the other day. I was like, I forget how amazing these cards are. So I got 2 blasters of that, and then I also hit 2 of the Absolute Panini football boxes, and you just don't find those in the wild anymore. So I might save those until before the start of the next football season, you know, because you got to find those kabooms. And there's a Vidal Brujan. That's another rookie hit. And David Price. Bart, you've slowed your pace. Let's pick it back up. Andrew Vaughn. Yes, indeed. Look at the pace he's got going now. Oh, there's another one for the hit. Jaron Duran because he is hungry like the wolf. If you laughed at that, then I like you even more. Jose Ramirez, Mitch Haniger. And there's a Matt Olson for the 87 collection. And there is our friends with the Padres. And there's a Wander in there somewhere with the Rays right in the middle there. And there's the Southsiders. And about to do a little Bash Brothering right there. So let's get old Matt Olson on the podium, and he's going to join Kyle Tucker with the 87s. And we're moving through the packs. Moving through the packs. Told my wife, she's like, oh yeah, I got a emergency pedicure. I said, all right, I think I have an emergency box break. But I'm going to look to do it in an hour. So Honey Bun, just don't eat without me. So she'll wait because she's a sweetheart. There's the Professor and Yu Darvish and Martin Perez. It's probably Martin Perez, isn't it? Mitch Keller and Ramel Tapia. And there's Choi and Reyes and Joey. And here we go. We've got the gold Wade Miley. It's 69 out of 2022. And that is for the Reds. And that's going to be another hit for James and Becky. And there it is. The gold to 2022. Very nice. Probably would have liked the Wander in that, though, wouldn't we? Because he's the Wanderer. Yeah, he's the Wanderer. He roams around. And he's roaming from town to town. So here we got two different teams displayed. So we will figure that out. I'm pretty sure that James and Becky has both, right? Yeah. So that's a hard decision to make. And we have the next pack up. And we do have the relic hit. So we will not have an autograph card, but occasionally... And there's another Wander, and here's another split card. But it's the same two gents. There's Vladdy and Wander. Very nice. And Freddie. And Mitch. And Brady. And I see Soto, my guy. And I see Albert. I can't remember what show I used to watch when I was a little kid. It was, Romper Room. It was called Romper Room. It was like a little kid's show, like almost like they were holding a kindergarten class live, and at the end of it she would look through this like magical mirror thing or whatever she was looking through, and she'd look at the TV screen and she would just say names, and you would be waiting for your name to be called, and I see Jorge and I see Pedro, and I would always be waiting for her to just see Bart, and she never did, because it's just not a name that she was going to read off. But there's some leaders and some home run leaders. And there's Keegan. Some more leaders. And there's the Astros team card. Let's get Pedro sleeved up. Some of these, I believe, are numbered. Pedro is not. Pedro. He could pitch, couldn't he? Man, I know that Becky's nodding her head like, yep, that Pedro could pitch, especially for those Red Sox. So he's going to go up here, and he's going to go in our Hall of Fame corner. Right there. Right there, last pack left side. Actually, we'll move the other packs over. That's my good side. I am a southpaw, I'm left-handed. Just like my son, Bart II, a.k.a. Deuce. There's Chas McCormick. He's on our hit list. And there's Jose Don't Call Me Enrique Iglesias, Marcus Stroman, and Lars Nootbaar. I like this guy, this kid. I love his name, and he can mash. Aaron Judge and Shane McClanahan. And there's John Gray, Andrew Miller, Rizzo. And there he is. Because you know what? There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright. Fernando. Yes, indeed. Told my wife I sang that song yesterday, and she laughed so hard. She's like, people are going to turn off or kick you off the YouTube because, one, you can't sing, And 2, they don't know how manic you are, but they're about to find out. So, yeah, I'm a little manic, but that's and you know, being manic and being obsessive compulsive and all these other things, it's not a good mix for baseball card collecting, is it? So if you looked behind me right now, oh my gosh, and you saw all the old wax, because that was my first thing that I did when I got back in the hobby in December. Believe me, that's how long, it's only been that long. So let's move our next stack over. But the first thing I did was I bought a bunch of old wax because I'm like, I'm bringing my old wax back, you know, the old memories. And so I was ripping those packs like and having a great time. And then I saw some people opening cards on TikTok, and I'm like, I want to do that. That's awesome. So I started opening some old stuff on the TikTok. If you want to check me out over there, it's at Card Ripper. I've abandoned that lately because I've been so busy with these breaks here on the YouTube. But then that led me to the YouTube. I had no idea this was even a thing, like opening packs online. But the second you watch one, you're like, I want in on that. So I bought into some breaks, bought a bunch of wax and Connor Wong for the Red Sox there, and Freddie Freeman. I was actually, that's how lame I am. Earlier when I was eating lunch, I was downstairs and I was watching a baseball game from last year that I had taped, and Freddie Freeman hit a bomb. So, no, wait, it wasn't from last year. It's from 2019 because Acuna was playing and he had 2 hits in the game. Anyways, I got a bunch of stuff recorded just in case this lockout rolls on and keeps us from our live baseball. And there's an Aaron Judge in the 87, and you can never have too many 87s. And not for Becky, but for the Yankees fans, you can never have too much Aaron Judge. And there is Mr. Greinke. So Mike always gets a sleeve here. If he's injury-free this year, you could bank on my guy. You know what? Let's put him up here with his pal Shohei. Mike Trout is going to say, remember me? That's my prediction for this year. Twofold is Acuna. Don't sleep on my guy, Ronald Acuna Jr. Yeah, an ACL can be a very bad injury, but I think he's going to come back and be one of the best in the game. Love watching him play, and he's hilarious. He's a real prankster. Him and I would get along real fine. Jackson Reitz for the rookies. Travis d'Arnaud and Rugned and Josiah. He's on the top of the list as far as one of the tops of the list of the rookie pitchers, but we don't respect those pitchers in this hobby, and I feel bad for them. We should. So I remember, speaking of pitchers, I'll never, never, never in my life forget the day back in 1998 watching the Cubbies, and they had this rookie pitcher who was against the Astros, and that's Ivan Castillo with the rookies, and his name was Kerry Wood. And that day, he struck out 20 batters, and I was absolutely mesmerized. And I remember telling my soon-to-be wife, I said, the Cubs have this guy named Kerry Wood, and he's going to be the greatest pitcher of all time. And she was like, oh, yeah? Who's Kerry Wood? But she acted interested, so she's always done that. She's been a real sweetheart. She's supported me in a lot of wild and wacky ideas and things that I've done over the years, and just kind of stood by my side. That's my lady. She's my lady. And I always tell her, I say, hey, you know what? You ever leave me, I'm coming with you. So there's Jake Arrieta and Adam Frazier. And there's Mr. Hendricks, always fired up. And there's the Tommy Pham man and Jesse Winker. Don't call me Henry Winkler. Steven Matz and Jorge. That's kind of sad when the Cubs let him go. Yan Gomes, Corey Seager. And there's a Joey Bart. And we do love his last name, don't we? There's a Joey Bart Generation Now. Not later, but now. Generation Now. Corey Kluber. And Eli Morgan, Josh Naylor, and there is Mr. Walker. I always like this because I think of these tattoos and I'm like, I just, and Wander's got the tats and Tatis and these guys are all tatted up. And I just don't have the nerve to get like one single tattoo ever, so I am tattooless. I think I already told you. And then that lead me to the same thought I just had was tattoo from Fantasy into our next pack. And I think we're about to get hot here. We do have some nice hits up there. We got the red rainbow foil board. We hit the Wander right in the second pack. We got the gold. We got the welcome to the show, Hank Aaron. Got the Pedro Martinez and the diamond cut and the diamond die cut, Austin Meadows and Mr. Valdez. And there he is, Ronald Acuna Jr. And just like all my other friends, all my juniors and my Sotos, I like to put them in the sleeves just for funny and hap with the Cubbies. Brian Anderson. And there's Alek Manoah. That guy can throw it. He can. I want a Field of Dreams card, says James. We're gonna get a Field of Dreams card. You know what? Who hit the home field advantage the other day? Was that you, James? You and Becky hit that home field advantage with Tatis. That was a great card. Eddie Rosario. There's Anthony and Kyle and Mr. Kim. And he's going to go up with his other junior pal, Fernando. Here we go. Here we go. My buddy Tim from New York, he's dreaming up some cool ideas for, he's one of my new best friends in cards and now a regular. And James is a regular, Matt's a regular, and Kelby's a regular. And he's dreaming up some ideas for all of us to be in a break together, including me, which I like. So I was telling John from Staten Island, New York, I was telling him, because he was asking me if I had an extra Wander that I wanted to sell. And I'm like, I don't even have a Wander yet for myself because I've been too busy opening cards for other people, which I absolutely love. And my wife asked me on the track at the Y the other day when I was telling her about Big Al and his 3 Wanders and a blaster. And she's like, were you jealous? And I'm like, I wasn't jealous at all. I was so excited I could barely breathe. And I know I'll find my own Wanders. And there's Posey for the old 87. And there's getting Miggy with it. And Mr. Ashby for the Rookies. Ian Kennedy, Willie Castro, and Freddie Peralta. So let's get Buster up here with the wood grains. Yes, indeed. Right there. And we'll get into it. How many we have left? We've got we've got 7 packs, including this one. And we need to get hot. We need to finish strong. Started strong, let's finish strong. Okay, Bart, that pile is high enough. Move it over. Looks like the house of cards that the Brady Bunch was building. And then Tiger came in and ruined the whole game. Ronnie Dawson for the Astros. And J.D. Martinez. And there we got Segura and Mr. Myers. Renfro. I don't know what I saw in the back. Maybe I'm excited. I don't know. I don't like to get too excited because sometimes I hit the camera, my iPhone 2, and it messes with. And there's a foil board, the rainbow foil of John Gant with the Twins. And Kurt, Don't Call Me Yamaha. And Brian De La Cruz, that's a nice one for the rookies. Yep, I was seeing things, sorry about that. So we'll get the rainbow up there. So I don't think that this would be a Platinum 1 of 1 of John Gant. Probably not. I remember seeing Woodhams destroy the Mets opening day. I think it was 02 or 03. You know what, Al? I was thinking of this earlier when I was creating your highly technologically advanced graphics. And I don't know why, but this is like, I don't know, your fourth break with me. And I still don't know who your favorite team is. So is it the Mets? There's Cal Raleigh. He's on our hit list. And Lou Bob. And Yaz. And Hanser. Christian. MVP. Mazika. Severino. And there's an Andrew Vaughn. Long-suffering Mets fan. Yeah, well, still remember that back in '86. My poor Billy Buckner through the legs, through the old wickets. Becky's got a tear in her eye right now, me trying to bring that story up. There's a Jacob deGrom for us Mets, or not us, for you Mets fans. I don't have anything against the Mets. I don't know if you saw that 4-part series. Was that an ESPN series or was that an MLB? Can't remember where that series was of the 80. I think it was the 86 Mets that it was about. Talk about a wild and wacky group of guys. Man, the stories, you don't find those stories anymore. You were at game 6. That is amazing. That would be like, and I'm sure it's the case, something that you would never, ever, ever, ever forget. Chris Flexen, Alex Bregman. You were 8, and it has been pretty much downhill since then. There's John. I was talking about you earlier, John. There's Vladdy. Vladdy, got to go up there. He just does. Jake Cousins. In fact, while we're all on here, the first person I was going to ask, and I don't want to put you on the spot, Al, because you certainly can answer me directly. I think I gave you my cell phone number recently. I think it was like an hour ago. But John from Staten Island is wondering if anyone has a spare or extra or a wander laying around that they'd want to sell, and if so, how much. So you can let me know directly if you want to sell any of those wanders that you hit. I could do a little research on them if you'd like me to. Because I don't know what the value is on those inserts. I haven't seen too many of those pulled. But John, Al hit 3 wanders in 1 blaster box. Still got the VHS for 86 Mets, A Year to Remember. Yes, A Year to Remember. That's what it was. It was a 4-part series that I think ESPN replayed recently. And it was like bananas. Tell you who was crazy and ended up actually being crazy was Nails. That dude. All right, we have 4 packs to go. 4 packs to go. And we got Bo there on the back of the pack. All right, Bart, you ruined that one. See if you can get out of there real nice. I think we can still salvage it. There we go. Bo Bichette. People sleep on him because his teammate is so wildly talented. But if you look at Bo's numbers, they're amazing. Amazing. Same with Joey Votto. In fact, we're going to take a quick TV timeout here. Look at all the Reds, because you guys know what the Reds represent. That means that they led the league or were tied. So the little mark there, tied, obviously 162. Others played 162 games also. But look at all the red. Look at the career OPS, 937. Career average, 302. 65 point. Pull the card up if we're going to see it, Bart. 65.1 WAR. Wait. This internet out in the country. Stacy, we're going to have to move. Get better internet. I've got the phone in the 5G, but that's not 5G. It's like 1K. Because, it still has to perform out here in the farm fields. 87 was so disappointing. 88 heartbreaking. We got at least 3 big-time Mets fans right now in here live. And how sweet was that yesterday, what Matt did for Kelby and the boys. That was so sweet. And then that triggered me. I was like, I got to do something for John and Jeremiah. And so I almost fell out of my chair, ran over, searching through all my 86 mojos and found that Francisco Lindor. I hope Jeremy liked that. I know that, There we go, a Lou Bob generation now. I was telling this story to my wife while we're watching an episode of Hannah on the old Prime. I don't know if you guys have watched that show, but if you're into those types of shows, kind of a 24, kind of a thriller type of series, Hannah is a good show. Whit Merrifield. That was amazing. You know what? That makes me feel so good when those things go on, like that live action, Bo Bichette. And, you know, I remember, you know, because I'm still basically, as you guys can tell, I'm basically a kid. I have the maturity level of a child and the brain function of maybe a teenager. But at heart, I'm just still the same person. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why the card hobby is still so exciting for me. It is that thrill of opening a pack. It's like Christmas morning. You know, as an adult, you kind of start to run out of some big time things, especially when you're kids. Like my three sometimes wonderful children, they're 22, 19, and 14. So, you know, Christmas isn't the same as it used to be. Santa treats the small kids differently than the older kids, and certainly different than the adults, as we all know. And life is amazing, but sometimes, you know, that genuine, like in your gut, face full of chills, you know, head to body chills and excitement. We need a little of that, and I think that's what this card hobby has done to me. It's like it's put the hooks in me, and I'm loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of it. Loving. Jake Rogers there. We got him. What do we have him in? We have him in the foil, or in the rainbow foil, I think. Mr. Grossman. And there is a Zach Lother landscape rookie. And there's Mr. Shohei and Kenta Maeda. So, yeah, so that card, let's see, that'll be a roll of the dice for that card. That's a perfect example. So that's two different players, two different teams, and we got two different participants in there. Fernando, I remember Fernando Mania. That was so amazing. Did he go 8-0 to start the season and had like a 0 ERA? I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something. Fernando. Two packs to go. Here we go. Here we go again. Who's the first card? It's Mr. Cheeseburger. And that is Jake Berger. He's on our rookie hit list. So we got that going for us. And Taylor Rogers. And there is Mr. Nick Solak and Will Smith. And Escobar, not related. I already said it once, but he's not related to Pablo either. And there's Trevor Rogers. 13-0. 13-0, and that was his rookie year, right? To begin his career. There is Alex Kirilloff. Matt hit the Alex Kirilloff on-card auto last night, and there's Mookie Betts in the 87. What I do miss a little bit, you know, and I'm not complaining at all. I'm not, because I love modern baseball, all the youngsters. I do miss players playing for one team, and I know it's just not possible anymore, but I do miss that. So, you know, and Mookie reminded me of that. And there's Pete Alonso, you know, and anybody that plays for the Pirates or the A's or the Marlins or even the Rays, Drew Ellis, they don't play there long. All right, we're at our last pack. Hey, Bart, you might hit the hour. Getting a little fuzzy feedback from the old intranet, but you might make your hour goal. I think you could do it. I'm starting to try to freeze up over here. Hopefully you can still hear me. We're going to try to keep it rolling. Merrill Kelly. Edwin Diaz. Hoy Park, rookie. Xander Bogaerts for those Red Sox. Keston Hiura. Kyle Muller, rookie. Chris Bryant. Hassan Kim, I see another rainbow coming up, and it's going to be a Xander Bogaerts. Got that. And the City of Walk-Off Love. Duvall, Riley, and Albies for the Braves leaders. Got the strikeouts, and our last card is going to be a Blue Jays team card. Let me get a couple sleeves on here, and then we will get to that exciting silver pack where we know we're going to hit those mojos. I love the mojos. Love, love, love. Because we know they're going to be in the 87s. Last year, of course, they were in the 86. So we've got those. Okay, so let's get to the silver pack. Inside is going to be 4 cards and 1 worthless card. I wish they still had the top score because I always wanted like the Topps hat with the fuzzy baseball on it. But I never had the money to do basically anything when I was a youngster. I'd be lucky to get 1 pack a week, maybe 2 packs a week. So let's see what we have. We're going to go with the Jazz Chisholm right there for the Marlins. So that's going to be a sweet hit for Jeremy Spoken. Jeremy from Texas. And Luis Gill right there for Jeremy as well. And Brandon Marsh, rookie. Hello. That's very nice. And that's going to go to Big Al from New York. So the rookie mojo of Brandon Marsh. And then, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We got ourselves a Ricky card. Yeah, that's my guy. That is my goat, Ricky Henderson. Oh, he just takes my breath away. You call that a man crush, Bart? Yeah, you do. But so there we go with the mojos. I like the mojos. I love the Ricky. Stolen base goat. Yes, indeed. The stolen base goat. Man, gosh, I miss stolen bases in general. I know we still have a handful of guys that can steal, but the teams, the steal sign just isn't on anymore, is it? Guys don't steal base. I still think my guy, Fernando, I think he can go 50-50 if he plays 162. And there he is, Ricky Henderson, my goat right there. And that is nice. We've got the Gleyber Torres. That is the game-used mem. We got the red rainbow foil. We did hit the Wander. We got the Wanderer right there in the second pack. So that was a fun break. Wait a minute, Bart. You're not done, are you? No, not yet. What did I do with that? Oh, right here. So for our 4 new friends, my lovingly new friends in cards, I have one of these each for each of you. This is a 1988 cherry mint condition sealed Donruss baseball rack pack, and I picked this Rangers one out specifically because that's going to go to James and Becky. And we've got one for each of our 4 participants in today's break. I really appreciate all of you. So there's some more opening for you at home. Oh, there's an O to B McDowell in there as well. So a rack pack right there for each of us. Yeah, Acuna, if he can stay healthy, I agree with that as well. He's got a shot because he can run, flat out run, and he can rake. And he'll have, statistically, he'll just get more at-bats than most. So that's what we have today for Big Al from New York. Jeremy from Texas. Make sure you check him out right there. Lone_Palm_cards on the eBay. And we have Matt and Stacy from Michigan. Matt, if you couldn't make it live, I don't think you did, but this replay will be immediately available, which is what you're about to find out. And then there they are, James and Becky. Got some big hits again. And I'm going to start boxing up all of your cards because otherwise my table in here is going to break. The old desk is just going to collapse. So I'm going to get those going for you. I will have, so this was supposed to be Saturday, moved up to today, Thursday. My plan will be, I'm going to get the old, the big boy out. I'm going to get one of the jumbos out, and I'm going to have that for Sunday. If anybody's interested, I haven't posted it yet, but that'll be the old random team for Sunday. If anybody has interest in that, take a look on the old eBay, and that is BAVIC-7027. I'm basically sold out of everything right now, but I'm going to get some personal breaks on there, some personal value breaks that are going to be hard for you to pass up because I just want to make more friends, and I still want to deepen my relationship with all my new friends in cards because you guys are all so great. Thank you so much for checking in. If you are not a subscriber, I would love it if you did. Tell your friends about it. Hey friends, you got to come over here and check out Bart the Ripper. He's got a pretty cool little brand new channel, and he gets as excited about the cards as those that are in the breaks. Like the video, leave me some comments, and then as always, have a great day, my friend. Jumbo sounds good, Al. You're already in on the next one. I'm gonna have to back up the tractor trailer for your cards as well, but I appreciate the love. I'll see you guys all. Have a good night.